And if we can just make it to Thursday. It's Thursday and we made it. Welcome to Agender. Agender is a movement and a platform that is designed to discuss all issues that affect all genders in different ways. I would like to talk about what has been happening recently, and let me start with so I found out about Kwekwe on Monday morning. I woke up to my timeline being flooded with hashtag justice for Kwekwe, and I got tagged in a couple of posts, and I took a look and I searched and I came across this video that led to a podcast, and I sat and I watched that podcast and I could not believe what that woman was saying. My heart was breaking with every minute that she was talking, and the injustice that her and her family are going through are unspeakable and are unimaginable. And we thought that we lived in a country, I don't know. I at least thought we lived in a country that would take a matter such as this one very seriously, but I suppose not, until the people had to stand up and do something. And I think if there's one thing that we can take from what has happened on Tuesday is the fact that there is nothing that the people cannot do. And another thing that we need to take note of the justice system is that we keep saying that the justice system is broken and it doesn't work. The justice system is working the way that it was designed, because if you look at how things were back in the day and how it was first designed and why it was first designed, the people who were doing heinous things to us back then were the people of a different race. So therefore the justice system was designed to protect them. The justice system was designed to protect the perpetrator and the criminal in most cases, simply because when it first began, when the justice system first started, when it first started being designed, it was designed to protect the people who were violating us, and those people were those ones. And then as time went, it should have changed, and it didn't change as effectively as it needed to change, so that it protects the victim. We are now in a situation where, as a victim, you have to prove your pain. If you can't prove that you have been hurt, then there's nothing that can be done for you. Case in point, Omodoso case. How is it after we have seen that court case and one witness after the other take the stand and explain and tell us what they have endured and what has happened to them, and then the verdict comes out as not guilty, and you realize that it's not, they have come to that verdict of not guilty because they will tell you they can't prove beyond reasonable doubt that they were hurt by this man, because the word of a victim does not carry any weight. How is a 7-year-old, 8-year-old supposed to prove their pain? How is a 20-something-year-old supposed to prove their pain? Because scars heal. They were penetrated and they were hurt, but that healed. So just because you healed, it means that you can't prove your pain. In South Africa, we have a justice system that does not believe the survivor. Our justice system believes those who do not make it. It's like you have to die before they believe that you were violated and you were killed. You did not survive. So if you survive, they don't believe you. They only believe you if you don't survive. And it is a shame, and I feel as though we as the people have the power to take it to the streets like we did and declare a state of emergency, declare national shutdown until the laws in the justice system change, because they have to change. It's not working. The justice system, the way it is right now, is not working at all. So something has got to change. And sitting here and saying these words is not going to do anything if we do not unite and take a stand and demand fairness. Because being a woman in South Africa right now is risky, is dangerous. We wake up every morning and wonder, am I next? That is our reality. And you know, another thing that we proved as a people is that as much as we are typing and chanting justice for Kwekwe, we have to take a closer look, and we have to take a closer look at the people who are fighting for this. There are so many people who are fighting for this baby because they had nobody that could fight for them. There are people who are fighting for this baby because they tried to fight for other people and they did not succeed. There are people who are fighting for this baby because they lost people of their own through this thing, or to this thing, this monster called man and perpetrator. There are people who are fighting for this baby because nobody believed them when they said something, or their perpetrators got away with it. And when I was at a protest here in Pretoria, there was a point where we were all sitting down and somebody said, maybe we should tell our stories, and another lady stood up and said they don't have a history of violation in their family, but she has kids and she's fighting because she doesn't want any of her children to be next. And should it happen that one of her kids become next, there will always be systems in place to make sure that the people that did this to those children would not get away with it. And I heard in the news a few days ago that somebody said that activists need to teach civilians how to open cases effectively. And Julius Malema came out and said, women do not need protection. They just need to stop being attacked. I cannot agree more. If we taught and if we told people who attack women not to attack women, and put systems in place that ensure that once they do, they will never see another day, we would not be sitting here having these conversations today. Perpetrators perpetrate because they know that they can get away with it. Perpetrators keep doing what they're doing because they know that there is no punishment that's going to come their way. They're going to continue living their great lives. I mean, look at Kesia Omodoso. 8 years later, he's free. He's free, and it breaks my heart that we are just going to let it slide. We're just going to let it go. And Cheryl Zondi and all the witnesses that came forward, and all the girls that were violated that came forward, are going to live a life of turmoil even further. It was bad enough that their lives were ruined when those things happened to them, and it was bad enough that they were vilified when they took their stands and testified, and now they got this kind of verdict. Also, this kind of verdict does not inspire other victims to come out and speak, because when you do speak, you go through the horrible process that the justice system puts you through as a victim, only to come out with a verdict like this. South Africa is a war zone. It's not a happy place. We as women and children have nothing to be happy about. We have nothing to look forward to. We have nothing to aspire to. We have zero hope. Every day our hope is taken away from us. And it doesn't seem like there's anything that we can do about it. It's a very sad state of affairs. Going back to hashtag for Kwekwe, we cannot lose our momentum. We cannot lose hope. We cannot lose this fight, because we are not fighting just for one little girl. We are fighting for all the little girls that have nobody to fight for them. We are fighting for all the children. We are fighting for all the Kwekwe's, all the Jocelyn's, all the Amashes, and all the other victims whose names and faces we will never know. We are fighting for ourselves. We are fighting for those who are coming after us, because we have to leave this world in a better state than we found it in. And if we are quiet about such things, then we are not going to leave it in a better state. Instead, we are going to leave it in a worse state of affairs. It cannot be business as usual when this is what is happening in our country. And as much as there are many other problems that I have not yet mentioned, and I am going to throughout the series of me talking about agenda, I would like to implore you, I would like to ask you to join me in this fight. I will not rest until we see some sort of movement when it comes to changing the laws in the justice system. It is going to be a slow and long and hard road and process, and we have to get our wind about us. We cannot tire. We cannot stop. We cannot give up. So I'm asking you to join me while we do this. And while we go on this fight, in the meantime, we have kids that we need to keep safe and busy. Again, join me. Sign your children up for all the activities that we have in Agenda. Register online classes, online lessons and physical lessons, reading clubs, debate teams, spelling bees, girl guides, Boy Scouts, field trips, talent showcases. Sign them up. Let's keep them busy. Let's keep them entertained. Let's keep them educated as well, because all of our initiatives are very educational, and that is the main goal. That is the only goal, actually. Keep them off the streets while they're learning, while they're being entertained. When it comes to the adults, us, who are dealing with things, we have to fight for our inner babies too. And we have to heal our inner babies too. So let's keep getting together. Let's attend conferences. Let's attend workshops. Let's come to book club. Let's keep ourselves busy. Let's keep ourselves informed. Let's not just stay idle. And to all the men out there, and to all, I know there are female perpetrators too, so let me just say to all the perpetrators out there, you have got to stop. A no is a full sentence. It's not the beginning of a negotiation. We live in a world where some people feel entitled to us. If you're walking down the street and somebody says hello, it's almost like you are obligated to say hello back, and when you don't, your life is automatically at risk. And when you do respond, your life is automatically at risk because they feel as though you are letting them in and you are giving them permission. Let us stop touching people without their consent. Let us start taking no for an answer when it comes to another person. Let us stop violating women and children. Let us stop fighting against one another and let us start uniting. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. It's going to be long. It's going to be hard, but it's possible. All we have to do is unite. Let's do this again next week if we can just make it to next Thursday.